What's good, Browns fans? Buckle up because I'm about to dive into something straight out of Cleveland's minicamp that's got me hyped. And trust me, this could be the storyline that defines the season. I know, it's early, we're still in the off-season grind, but what I'm seeing with my own two eyes and hearing from folks inside the Browns facility, man, it's tough not to get fired up. If you're a diehard Browns fan who's been riding this roller coaster for years, always looking for that glimmer of hope, that sign of real progress, well, this might just be it. So let's break it down. Here's the deal, David Njoku. Yeah, that David Njoku, the veteran tight end, the playmaker who's seen it all from the chaos to the rebuilds. He's dropping some serious props for rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders. And let me tell you, this ain't just some casual shout-out. This is big. Njoku's giving what I'd call a quiet but massive thumbs up to Shedeur. And for those of you who haven't been glued to every minicamp detail, let me put it plain. When a vet like Njoku gives a rookie that kind of nod, it's a game changer. Now, before I go any further, do me a solid. Hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Y'all's support keeps this channel rolling, and I appreciate every one of you. Alright, back to it. Njoku didn't stand up on a podium and give some raw speech about Shedeur. Nah, this wasn't a presser moment. It was way more real than that. It's those little moments on the sidelines, during practice, in the banter between drills, the subtle looks and vibes. That's where you see what's really going on. You gotta watch the body language, the off-mech energy, the stuff that doesn't make the highlight reels. And let me tell you, Njoku's vibe with Shedeur, it's electric. You can feel it. These two are already clicking like they've been running routes together for years. Shedeur's out there slinging tight spirals, perfectly timed, and Njoku's cutting across the middle, snagging those passes like it's second nature. When you've got a tight end like Njoku, athletic physical, a straight-up beast, paired with a young QB who's got pinpoint accuracy and stays cool as a cucumber under pressure. That's not just good football. That's the kind of chemistry that can break games wide open. And get this, we're talking about a 5th-round pick here. Shedeur wasn't some first-round golden boy coming out of the draft. He didn't have the spotlight like some of those other names. But you wouldn't know it watching him. You wouldn't know it hearing how the team's talking about him. From the moment he showed up at OTAs and rolled into minicamp, this guy's had the right energy, the right mindset. He's grinding like he's got something to prove, but he carries himself like he belongs. Njoku sees it, and you can tell he respects it. He's been out there saying Shedeur shows up every day with a big smile, a positive attitude, locked in and ready to work. That kind of vibe. It matters. You want to go to work with a guy like that, someone who's lifting the energy, not dragging it down. When a veteran leader like Njoku is having fun running routes with the rookie QB, that tells you Shedeur's got his head in the right place. Mentally, emotionally, all of it. But Njoku's not the only one singing his praises. Oh no, we've got Myles Garrett, our all-pro, our defensive cornerstone, chiming in too. And let me tell you, when Myles Garrett talks, you listen. This dude doesn't throw around compliments for the cameras. He's careful with his words. So when he says Shedeur's fitting in like he's been here forever, carrying himself with steady confidence and a smile that lights up the room, that's huge. Myles said it best, people just love being around him. Think about that. You walk into a locker room full of grizzled vets, guys scrapping for roster spots, dudes who've been in the league for a decade, and they all like being around the rookie QB. That's not just rare. That's special. It's not just about talent. It's about presence. Shedeur's earning respect from guys who've seen it all. I went back and watched some minicamp footage, and let me tell you, if you haven't checked it out, you need to. There's this one clip that says it all. Njoku and Shedeur on the sidelines, just chatting, joking, smiling, like they're old buddies. No tension, no awkwardness, just two guys vibing. And when they got back on the field, that chemistry didn't miss a beat. Shedeur's throwing darts, sharp, precise, and rhythm, and Njoku's right there, hauling in clean catches, finishing strong. It's beautiful football, plain and simple. And this isn't just some fanboy hype. People in the know are noticing. Mary Kay Cabot, who's got her finger on the pulse of this team better than anybody, she's weighing in too. And you know Mary Kay doesn't just toss out hype for clicks. She's been covering the Browns in the NFL forever, so when she says Shedeur's earning his spot, not just with fans, but with vets and coaches, you better believe it means something. She's been watching this kid since before the Browns even drafted him, back at the Super Bowl on Radio Row, at the NFL Honors red carpet, at his Colorado showcase. She's seen how he handles himself with coaches, fans, media, always respectful, always early, always locked in, even when things get hectic. That's maturity, that's leadership. That's the stuff that doesn't show up in the box score, but defines a QB's career. Mary Kay even used the word belief. That stuck with me, belief. That's what changes franchises. When the people in the building stop saying, "He might be good," and start feeling, "He's our guy." That's the shift. And it feels like we're watching that shift happen with Shedeur. She also said something else that hits home for Cleveland fans. In a city like this, where the spotlight on the QB never dims, Shedeur's handling it like a pro. On the mic, he's calm, articulate, confident, but not cocky. He knows how to deal with the media circus, the pressure, the noise, and in a town like Cleveland, that's everything. If you can't handle the off-field heat, it doesn't matter how good you are on the field. But Shedeur, he's rock solid, whether it's a press conference or a one-on-one interview. The dude talks like he's been in the league for 5 years. No stumbles, no fluff, just straight up poise and honesty. That's how you build trust with your teammates, your fans, your city. Now, I know it's early. We've got a long road from here to week 1. But everything I'm seeing, hearing, and feeling around this team tells me this kid is different. He's got the tools, the mindset, and most importantly, he's already starting to fit in like he's been here forever. That's the hardest part for a young QB, and Shedeur is making it look easy. Some folks might think this is just another preseason storyline, something that'll fade once the real games kick off. But I'm telling you, this ain't just hype. This is about real performance, real leadership, real respect being earned every single day. And here's where it gets even wilder. A former NFL star turned analyst, someone who's got direct lines to the Browns locker room, just dropped a bombshell on a recent segment. This guy's not just speculating. He's been talking to players, not through the grapevine, but straight up. And the word out of Berea, it's glowing. Players are raving about Shedeur. Not just his arm, though that's legit, but his poise, his leadership, his ability to step into a huddle and command respect. One player even called him the best QB in the room. Let that sink in. This is a room with Joe Flacco, a Super Bowl champ, and they're saying Shedeur is the guy. That's not just talk. In the NFL, respect is earned, not handed out, and Shedeur's earning it. Denzel Ward, our Pro Bowl corner, had something to say too. He didn't talk much, but what he said hit hard. Hey, looks different. Coming from a guy who faces elite QBs every week, that's not just a compliment. That's a statement. He's not talking about mechanics or footwork. He's talking about that it factor, that presence that separates the good from the great. And then there's this moment that cracked me up. During a break in practice, music's playing, the vibe's loose, and Shedeur starts dancing a bit, just goofing around. Then he turns to Flacco and goes, "Your turn, Joe." Flacco, with that veteran grin, just shakes his head and says, "Nah, I don't do that in public." It's light, it's fun, but it shows you Shedeur's confidence, his personality, and his humility. He's not trying to outshine the vets. He's just being himself, and it's working. Flacco's even got love for Shedeur. He said the kid's fun to be around, makes him laugh in the meeting rooms, and then he joked about how he probably played against Shedeur's dad back in the day, and now he's out here with the son. That's full circle stuff right there. But the real magic, it's the connection between Shedeur and Njoku. This ain't just some role player we're talking about. Njoku's a cornerstone of this offense, a guy who keeps drives alive. And right now, he and Shedeur are building something real. They're connecting on reps, talking on the sidelines, finding that rhythm, that trust. Njoku's even cool with Shedeur getting first team reps, and for a tight end QB relationship, that's huge. Timing and trust, you either have it or you don't, and these two have it. One of the top beat reporters on the Browns scene also said Shedeur's maturity, communication, and professionalism stand out. The way he handles media, teammates, everything, it's next level. And when you've got guys like Flacco, Njoku, Ward, and even Myles Garrett rallying behind a rookie like this, you've got to ask what's happening here. When veterans aren't just supporting a young QB, but giving him room to lead, building chemistry, believing in him. Is this the start of something big in Cleveland? I'm not trying to get ahead of myself, but this feels different. It's rare, it's exciting, and it might just be the spark this franchise has been waiting for. So, what do you think, Browns fans? Is Shedeur the real deal? Can this early chemistry with the vets turn into wins on the field? Or are we just caught up in off-season buzz? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm reading every one of them. This one feels special, and I think we might just be watching the birth of Cleveland's next franchise quarterback. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.